Good morning. This is Vince with Listings to Leads. And this is a call for our lender clients out there and for lenders who are just thinking about our platform. So give you an idea of what's under the hood and what we can do for you. This is our lender page on our website, listingsleads.com. And when you come to this tab here, we got a couple bullet points that we think are relevant to the value here that we're providing. One is we want to make sure that you are the first person that realtors call when they need a loan. And so we do that. We think that it's maybe a bit past the time to call on today's rates, because if you're doing that, there's probably 50 other competitors calling those agents about today's rates. So we think it's better for you to have a stronger value proposition, bringing value to your real estate partners to help them grow their business. And these bullet points cover the main highlights, right? Automated listing marketing with lead gen, social media content with lead gen, and also the ability to get more listings. It's one of these three things that people really want. They want more buyers, or they just want to show value as a realtor that they're selling homes. There's still half the realtors out there in the country don't know what's going on with social media. We have a lot of free content that they can just set up and set and forget. And then all kinds of ways of capturing leads on social media. And then a whole toolkit to get more listings. We're going to focus on how to get more listings a little bit later today. But I want to talk a little bit about what we call lead links. And the thing that you want to think of is, how do you get your application, your online application, associated to the listings of your real estate partners, right? And there's a really simple way, and I want to show that to you. So we'll look at that in a little bit. But let's go into this presentation here that we built a few weeks ago. And this is going to give you a high level of how to present this, right? And that's another part of the talk that we'll have here today is, how do you engage agents? How do you notify them? How do you get in front of them and let them know? Short of calling them, right? You might have a few agents that you could just pick up the phone and say, hey, I found something awesome. But this presentation is meant for you to show people, right? So you might be in a meeting. So let's go through it together. It's going to help you understand what we have, and it will help other people understand what we have. So just an intro to listings to leads. What we have and what we do here on our homepage, we're here to help you with listing marketing, with branding, with lead generation, with social media, database and farm tools. All of your agents have farm areas, right? They want to develop those. They want more buyers and they want more listings. We have tools to help them do that. Their databases, their CRM, do they have hundreds or thousands of leads? We have tools to help engage those people. And then the last two things, more ways to find buyers and sellers and engage them and convert them. How do we do that, right? How do we do that at a high level? We do that with social media tools. We do that with tools for the farm. And we do that with the seller's sphere of influence. So the sellers always have a lot of friends, family. They have colleagues that they work with now, they worked with in the past. And that's a great source of people for your referrals, right? So if agents are not really too interested in online lead gen, that's understandable, but they probably really like referrals, and having tools to engage their current clients' sphere of influence is important. Then there's just database. So again, if you have a lot of leads in a CRM, or your agents do, we've got tools, e-flyers that you should be blasting out at a consistent pace. Over here on the right, it's just some highlights of some of the things, right? Social media ads, social media PDF guides, free content posts, letters and postcards. We even have landing pages for FSBOs and expired. There's a lot of things. This is just a high level picture of some of the things that are available. The next page, we kind of dive deep on social media. What do we have for social? And so here we're showing you that these are automated posts for each agent's listings. And we do that every time something's just listed, when it's open house, if it's pending, or if it's sold. We're going to auto post these to the agent's social media accounts, and they look like this. But if they click on it, if somebody clicks on that, so let's say they have a few hundred followers on Facebook and this auto post to Facebook, they see that the follower sees that. If they click on it, there's a landing page behind it. And that landing page is going to capture a lead. So it's free automated posting with landing pages to capture lead. That's really what that is. This is showing you some of the forms that we use to capture name, email, and phone number. This is really effective when running ads on Facebook. It's one of the things that a lot of our agents absolutely love. And you as lenders are probably going to like that as well, because home buyers typically need a loan, right? So that's a good lead source for you. So having leads with name, email, and phone number pre-populated from Facebook's profile is a way to go. Now, I'm going to send this presentation here to you. Just email me at vince@listings to leads and say, hey, could I have the lender presentation? And I'll send it to you. I've noticed that some lenders like to convert it to PowerPoint, and just because they're comfortable with PowerPoint. This is in Google, and I recommend that you leave it in Google because these videos right here operate in Google. So I'm going to click play. And
I got 3 active buyers and 1 seller, and we will be listing their home later this summer.
Yeah. So
I
that's
got
that's a lady who ran a
got 3
one day ad. I'm sorry, a 7-day ad for $35. Here's another lady who's saying, oh yeah, I'm getting leads overnight. So really the point of these is to get people to understand that the Facebook leads can be pretty effective. Now we also have PDF guides, and we'll go look at this inside the account, but there are 80 PDF guides now, 40 for home buyers and 40 for home sellers that are in every agent's account. So if you have an account with us, and we'll talk about how to set that up in a few minutes, each agent has their own branding, right? One might be from Century 21, one might be from Sotheby's, one might be from Coldwell Banker, and so on. So these PDF guides will be branded to them, but you, the lender, will be co-branded on every one of these guides. So these are really handy. I'm going to show you where they sit in the system and also show you where the ways that you can market them, right? So that's part of the social media strategy, right? We've also got landing pages, and you get unlimited landing pages, but we can auto post those to your social media accounts. And agents can also run ads and drive people to them. I actually have somebody trying to run a home valuation ad right now, and in the mastermind group is asking questions. He's not really understanding why his results are happening. And maybe we'll have time to talk about that. But let's move on. And then there's a whole free content area, which is actually really cool. It's conversational style, colorful articles that post to your social media accounts or the agent's social media accounts. And all they got to do is connect their socials, choose what topics, and let her rip, set and forget. Really nice way of having content go out on a daily basis or one day a week or whatever schedule you decide it goes out. And then we move into the farm. So we're moving out of social media, talking about the farm. We have direct mail tools. We have the PDF guides that you can download and print. We have postcards. We have tools. Even if you don't have listings in those farm markets, you can create a home valuation landing page for that. And then you've got print flyer, you've got door hangers, and you got postcards, right? So there's just, as you can see, we're about halfway through this presentation. There's a lot here. Now, this is the top tool for more listings. Now we're getting into listings here. And this is called the nearby homeowner letter. And if you're a lender, you're really looking to find buyers, right? Because the buyers they need a loan. And that's where that's a good lead source for you, people who need a loan. Now, it's one thing to say, hey, agent, I got this great system, going to help you get a lot of buyers, and let's get you in. Let's get some cool social media stuff going. But a lot of people, there's still people here today in the industry that will tell me, I don't want buyers. I don't care. I want more listings. This tool that we're looking at right here is the nearby homeowner letter. This is the most effective way of getting listings. I'm not going to drive into it too much today. I'm going to show you some resources that'll give you really a lot of background on how to leverage this, how to use it. This guy here, same thing, uses a nearby homeowner letter, gets 5 listings in 3 months. A realtor who moved from one state to the next found our tools, started using them every other week, and has a lot of listings. So that's the nearby homeowner letter. That's going to help you. Here, Pat's saying the same thing. She's saying, hey, I used the nearby homeowner letter in this condo building. I've got 3 listings in 3 months because every time she gets a listing, she sends out that letter, right? And then for the farm, your agents, they get text codes for each listing. So if they want to print sign riders, they can hang them out in front and the home. And when people are texting one number to the next, we're going to send that phone number along with the address directly to the agent. We can copy you immediately. So that's always a really good lead to get. And then if we keep going, you'll find out that we have tools to attract FISBOs, either in print or you've got a landing page. We've got expired landing pages and multiple ways of getting those out. And then I think at this point, we just have a few things of, oh, here's the seller sphere of influence. So there are tools designed for the homeowner. And definitely, I skip past that, but it's definitely something that you want to get people to use because these get leads that are closer to a referral. And then there's the database, your CRM, right? What kind of tools do we have? We can blast out the PDF guides on the CRMs, right? And here's somebody telling us that they just did that and they've reactivated a bunch of old dormant leads. Like they work their CRM, they know their leads and they know their leads that don't respond. And they blasted this PDF guide out to a number of them, to 300 of them, and about 30 responded. We also have drip campaigns. Now, I'm going to assume that if you're a lender, you might actually have some seasoned, successful agents. And those agents will typically have a CRM. And if they have a CRM on the profile, they can set up. I'll show you where you learn how to set it up. You can connect your CRM and the leads that you capture wherever you capture them on our system will go in that CRM. But if you're working with somebody that doesn't have a CRM, we also have our own drip campaigns. And I highly recommend them. Once you capture the lead, as long as you've turned them on, they're going to automatically go out. And this person is saying, hey, Christina Rodriguez, she's saying, yeah, your drip campaigns are closing my listing. So she's getting listings for the drip campaign. And the last thing we got here is a page that shows you that we've got a good Instagram channel with content. We've got an awesome YouTube channel page. I'm going to take us there in a bit. We also have a really great mastermind group, which is where my partner Scott and I talk about what's going on, what new technology is coming. And also, that's where our clients talk to. It's a private group on Facebook, and our clients will ask questions or share what's working for them. So we'll see if we can pop over there and have a look at what's happening lately. And then there's leadgenwebinars.com. Okay, leadgenwebinars.com is a page where you can sign up for free classes just like the one we're on today. Okay. So yeah, I think this is just a little bit more about the mastermind group and what kind of stuff you see there. So let's see if there's much more of this that we need to go through. I think we're about done here. Let's see if I can close this. So that's that presentation. And if you need that because you want to convey this story to other agents, then we should get it inside the platform at some point. But you can email me at Vince@Listings2Leads and we'll get this to you. Now, I'm going to log in to a lender's account right now. And let me see. This is an active account. So let's discuss that first. This lender has an account that costs $250 a month, and that allows him to have up to 50 agents, 50. Okay. There are other lender accounts that they start at 150 a month, and you can have up to 5 agents. And what that means is you have this tab in your account and it says, here's all your agents, right? So these are agents that that you've invited, that you somehow express that, hey, I've got a great platform. It's going to help you with social media. It's going to help you get more buyers. It's going to help you with advertising. And it's going to help you get more listings. So if they are in the mood, get them in, right? And you can do that right here where it says add agents. And you put in their name, create a username, a password for them, get their email, pop it in. Okay. If you do this, it's going to send an instant email to them and say, hey, you, the lender from this company, has invited you to a free account. Log in and set it up. There's some instructions. Okay. If you do, that might be successful. It might not. And that's because realtors, just like you and me, get hundreds of emails every day. And so they may not even know what that is and not even look at it. If you just randomly send it to them, that might not work. I actually recommend that you have a phone conversation or you start with an email and just say, hey, I'd like to talk to you about this and have a conversation and let them know. Maybe you go through this presentation and you let them know what you found and what can make available to them. And if they are in say, yeah, let's do that, book a call with them and set them up together. Because if you can handhold them for just a couple of minutes to turn on all the automation, and we'll go look at that in a little bit, the system starts doing a lot of very powerful and compelling things. A lot of social media posting, a lot of tools get emailed to the agent. They're frankly going to be surprised and impressed. And that's really what you want to be doing, is impressing your real estate partner, not underwhelming them. And if you just send out an email like this, because you just added them, again, they may not see it and it could just not be an awesome experience. So I really think hand holding them into the setup is the way to go. Speaking of agents, there's a section here that says invite agents. And I want to make sure you're aware of this because we've created some tools to help you invite agents, right? Right here, Facebook and Instagram, you could say, hey, I want to target everybody in my area. Now, you can't target by profession, at least I don't think so. I'm going to go here, 15-mile radius, $35 budget. I think in advanced options, I don't think you can target people. We do have this. We've got some interest. So real estate license, real estate investment club, real estate. So it's going to go out to Instagram, your Instagram page, and to your Facebook. So we've got some things, but you actually, in the old days, you would be able to say they are a realtor. I want to just target realtors. I do want to say one thing. It's a little bit advanced. You can create a custom audience inside of listings to leads that will live inside your Facebook account. It will always be there if you create it. So if you have a database, a spreadsheet of agents, you can use our system to upload it into your Facebook account. And every time you run this ad, it's going to get in front of those agents. A lot of realtors are on Facebook. That would be a smart thing to do, is create that custom audience. If you need help with that, ask the support team. You would do that on the ads page. I'll try to show you where that is later. There's also just a social media post. Now, the difference from a post and an ad is they look slightly different, but it's the same message. But the post is free. And you can schedule when to post it, or you can just click that button and it's going to post it right now. The ad is something that you pay for. The post is going to sit on your business page. And if you got a lot of people following you, great. If you don't, you probably want to use an ad because now thousands of people will see it. There's also an e-flyer. So if you've got a database of people that have, like, in a Constant Contact or MailChimp, and you want to blast this out, just copy the email here and blast it out. If you don't have that, you can send the test email. It'll go to you and you could forward it to people as you're talking to them, right? There's also a print flyer. So maybe you're going to go do a lunch and learn, or you're stopping in an office and you're like, hey, you know what? I got this great tool going to be branded to you, and just download it here and print it. Most of these tools are pointing to a landing page. Okay. And the landing page is really just to gather some information. And it says, hey, here are the things that we do that we're going to give access to you for. If you want a free account, just put that there. So you could share this with people. You can maybe have a conversation and say, hey, if you'd like to have a look at that and sign up, let me know. All that's going to do is send an email to you saying, oh yeah, that person is interested in getting an account. And then you go up here and you give them a phone call and you say, hey, you saw that landing page, you signed up. This is what it does. Can I set you up? And you set them up together on the phone. So this just creates a shell of an account. If I put in their name, email, and phone number, click add agent, it's going to live in your account. The setup will not be done. And that's really the key. I mentioned that earlier. So let's talk about this page right here. This is our YouTube channel. If you find us on YouTube, it says listings to leads. There's a tab that says videos, and there's some really powerful stuff here. I do 4 calls. I do 2 training calls live, just like today, every week. And Scott, this month in February, is doing 1 live, shorter training call every weekday. Okay. And so on his calls, they're shorter, like this one's 24, 25 minutes. It talks about one specific thing. How do you do just sold marketing? How do you do PDF guides for sellers, right? Just listed marketing, the marketing plan. How do you use our marketing plan to get more listings? Visbo marketing. So these are like um, particular topics. Where I cover is broader themes, which is get started. And that's really what I wanted to bring you here. Get started is a class for new agents, and it's to help them get started. Help, how do you turn everything on? So I actually walk through the startup process and how you turn all the automation on. So you want to find this and you want to watch that yourself as a lender a couple of times and walk that person through that. If you want me to help, email at Vince at Listings Leads, and I'll jump on and do a couple calls with you so you see the process. But it's covered right there. If that's moving too fast, let me know. I also do a class on Facebook and Google Ads. And really, if you're a lender, let's say you're working with one agent. Let's say you got 5 you want to talk to, but you're going to load in one at a time, and you're going to get that one. So you're going to add them. You're gonna walk them through setup. And the very first thing you should do is say, hey, after you've got everything set up, you got all the social media accounts connected, you got the automated content going out, you should say, do you need buyers? Do you have listings right now that you need buyers for? If the answer is yes, you want to help them run an ad. It will be connected to their Facebook business page. It'll charge their credit card. How you run ads is covered right here under Facebook and Google Ads. I don't recommend jumping on Google too soon, but if you are talking to an agent and they want more listings, then you do want to understand Google, and I cover it there. Okay. But the Google software is an additional $30 add-on fee per agent. And then it makes running ads on Google incredibly easy. The last call that I do the lender call as well. I do top tools for more listings. And I know you want to get buyer leads because that's who are going to write loans. But if you are giving listings to your real estate partners, you are going to have a serious relationship going on. So you want to understand this. Pretty easy to run Facebook ads. It's very easy to use our nearby homeowner letter, which is our top tool for more listings. And there are other tools. There are a bunch of PDF guides. So lots of ways to get listing leads. A lot of agents don't really have that way built into their business of how to get listing leads. So here you have that solution covered for them. This is our YouTube channel. Get on the videos page. If you want, on the homepage, there's a little section there that might interest you called our reviews. You'll see a bunch of people talking about how they're using this and what's working for them. And that might help you put together a story for when you're engaging agents. Okay. That's what we've been talking about is we went through this presentation where we're conveying what listings to leads is about. And we've got some tools that are there. They're under the agents tab to invite them. And then before we jump into all the tools that are there, I want to talk about one thing that lenders definitely want to do. They just don't know how to do it. And that is get your application, your online application into the market. Okay. And I don't know if any of you have an online application that you want to share right now. If you can just pop in a link to it and put it in the chat panel, I'll show you how to use it. But here's why you want to do that. Okay. So these are the listings, and we create a bunch of tools for these listings, right? We can run a Facebook ad in just a couple clicks. We do free social media auto posting. We have a nearby homeowner letter, which is like the top tool for getting more listings. We have an e-flyer for the database. You can copy this and blast it out on your CRM and get buyer leads and seller leads. But we also have single property websites and virtual tours. And a lot of the tools, including the landing pages, they have, excuse me, what we call lead links. Okay. And right here are lead links on the left-hand side. So you see this one here that says get pre-approved. You probably have a link that you would like to point to, right? And let's click what happens here. So this is Will's online card. And I think there's yeah, and you can apply right there. So that's what he wants to point people to, right? There's some content here. He likes this. So his get pre-approved link, this is, we're back on the single property website. That's one of the ones there. So then there's home buyer, Greenville home values. And let me click on Greenville home values because this, for this particular client, he's got a landing page built out for Greenville. Okay. And so he wants to have that associated. That's for that particular client. So each agent, and let's go back to the agents page. Each agent has their own unique lead links. So those lead links could be speaking about towns. So you notice that there's somebody here from Remax Moves, Adam, right? And if we click on Adam's name, that's the agent under the account. There's a lead link section. And right here, it says get pre-approved. If you have a link and it's checked, that's going to automatically associate to their listing, single property websites and virtual tours and some of their flyers and their landing pages. So you might want to ask the agent, hey, agent, what's your number one town? Like, this is a link to the agent's website. You could copy it, you could paste it right here. And if they say, hey, it's Boston, type in Boston homes for sale and check that box and save it. And that link is going to be auto-populated to all their listings. This is also where you want to add a line that says get pre-approved and point it to your online application, right? I hope that you understand that because every time somebody is marketing a home and somebody sees it, they got one of our tools and they see it online or they see it in a flyer, they see it somewhere. There's no guarantee that they have a loan that they're ready to buy. That's why this link is really important and valuable because it's associated right on the listing. So if I'm looking at this, it's probably because I'm interested in this home. If I'm going to need a loan to buy it, there is your application right there, right? What you need to know is each agent has lead links. If you set up your lead links over here in your account, and we're logged into a lender's account right now, when you set this up here, it's going to flow through every agent that you add, right? So this is a home buyer one. I don't really think he should have this one. I'm going to actually turn that off and save it because for the lender, he may not want that, but he definitely wants to get pre-approved for every one of his agents. And so if you set it up here, it will default and go to those agents, anybody that you add after. But you can always click in here. So let's say you put some agents in before, and this agent, let's say, was in there before, and we never got we added that lead link later. It may not flow through. So you can go over here and check on lead links here, and here it is, get pre-approved. So it's already flowed through this account. If not, you can add it right here. So that's just an important little side note on setup. So now that we know that we've got some tools to engage agents, we know that we can embed our online application on this, and we know a little bit of the value prop. Let's dive into this and talk about where the work area is, where is the most value for the system. And I'm just going to highlight it in 1 minute here. We've got listing automation. Okay. We've got the next tab, which is ad software from Facebook and Instagram, automatically embedded. You can run ads on Facebook in 2 clicks. Really powerful. A lot of leads with name, email, and phone number. We have 80 PDF guides for each agent. You're co-branded as a lender on all of them. You as a lender, if you come to this page yourself, you also have 11 PDF guides only branded to you. And they're talking about high level discussions of loans. Each of these PDF guides, oh, it looks like we added another. Yeah. Okay. Each of these PDF guides about 5 or 6 pages long. If they're the lender ones, they are for you. Okay. And they're not co-branded. They're just talking about you. But when you have the other ones for realtors, they are co-branded. So there's also a cool social media content page. and there are landing pages, and there's even a client review page. All of these things I just mentioned all capture leads. And we're going to dive into it a little bit deeper in just a moment so that you can really see that. But what I want to make clear is there's a lot you can do with this. Our system, Listings to Leads, is, I think, the most powerful real estate advertising platform in the industry right now. And of course, I'm biased, but we built this. We've been building it for 14 years, and we know our competition. And I have a lot of clients who are coming from this competitive company saying, "Oh no, you guys are you have way more." And that's true. We know we want to be competitive, so we're staying in front of the market. But if you're a seasoned lender, you will already know, my agents are not going to want to learn how to do all this, right? I understand it's powerful, but they are very busy people. They don't even have bandwidth. So a lot of agents or a lot of lenders will just say, hey, I'm just going to get my agents with listings. And those listings are going to auto sweep into this account. And myself, the lender, I might just run the ads myself, pay for the ads myself, brand the ads to me, not to the agent, and convert the leads. Because here's the thing, guys. It's one thing to say, hey, I'm going to give you an awesome platform and there's so many things you can do with it. It's going to, be astounding. But it's a whole nother ball of wax to say, hey, these leads are coming in. Why don't you convert those? Agents are really, they're not, agents live in a world where they think if this lead doesn't come into my office in 24 to 48 hours, it's a bum lead, right? That's just not the reality. You actually have to touch a lead, like, I don't know, 15 times. You can talk to whatever guru you want to walk to, but let's just say it's 15 times with text, with email, with phone calls, with dropping something off at the house in order to get those people to convert. So a lot of seasoned lenders know I'm just not even going to get those people to do half of this stuff. So I'm just going to run these ads myself because I know the value of these leads and I, the lender, will convert them myself. And I'll make sure that they're pre-approved and find out what they can afford, let them know. And then I'm going to hand those back to the agent and say, hey, I've already approved these people. Would you take care of them? I got the loan covered, right? It's a different approach. It's like way more direct. You're working with agents who have listings. If they want to run their own ads and get their own leads, obviously it's as easy as clicking that blue button and clicking that green button right there, and it's done, right? But I'm just giving you a bit of a shortcut. Talk to agents with listings, run the ads yourself, get the leads back, convert them, get them pre-approved, ready to buy, and then hand them over to your real estate partner. Now you've got a whole lot more value going on, right? So right now we're looking at the deep listing toolkit. And let's just go over it real quick. So yeah, you can click on Facebook and Instagram ad. We pre-write the ad. This is going to get leads with name, email, and phone number. We automatically put the city. It's a $35 ad for 7 days. On average, buyer leads cost around $3 each. Lately, because we're in the winter, we've seen leads come in at 67 cents each for buyers, right? So if you're running a $35 ad and it's a $3 per lead cost, you're going to get 10 or 11 leads. If Facebook is charging you 67 cents each, you're going to get probably 40 to 50 leads with name, email, and phone number. Facebook is awesome for capturing buyer leads. And if you got agents who need to get a home sold because it's just taking too long, get their listing in here and run this ad. That's the first thing you got to do. Now, social media posts are free. Okay. A lot of realtors have learned how to copy and paste colorful, cool looking things on social media. What they have not learned is how to capture leads in doing that. Right here, what we're looking at is an automated post. You just connect your social media accounts. And when your listing hits, this is an automated post that's going to hit your socials. It's going to have a landing page behind it. So if somebody's interested, they can click it and you can get their contact information from that landing page. Really great thing, set and forget kind of deal. The nearby homeowner letter is the number one tool for getting listing leads that turn into listing contracts. Okay. Now, remember I talked about the YouTube channel. And on the YouTube channel, I said, hey, I talk about top tools for more listings. It's somewhere on this videos page. I talk about all the tools that capture leads and I focus on the top ones. The top one is actually the nearby homeowner letter. That top tools for more listings is right here. I recorded it 9 days ago, right? And I do that call every couple weeks. You should actually check that out, right? And so let's go look. I downloaded that. Let's go look at this real quick. It's a really simple piece of mail. And I actually reference this in the presentation. You are co-branded on this, right? And it says, hey, we've got a home for sale. Go check it out here. That's going to affect your home value. Go get your free home value here. So this is not an online ad. This is something that you mail to a targeted list. You might have a list of people who own homes. If not, you can connect to Express Copy here. And Express Copy has a national database of homeowners with more than 6 years equity. You set up an account with them, you click print and mail, and you say, yeah, I want to hit people in that city with more than 6 years equity. Express Copy, you download it, you fold it, you put it in envelopes, and you mail it. You do have to pay Express Copy $185 for 100 pieces, but that's our number one tool, and our clients definitely like to get that in the market. If you're in our mastermind group, you will notice that our clients are doing that by hand. Some are using Express Copy, but some are doing it by hand. I'm not sure what's taking us so long here. And they do it by hand because they want more leads. I'm going to show you something right here. It's actually in the mastermind group, but let's just look at it right here. So Pat in September of last year, 2023, came in and said, hey, I just sold this home. So I'm going to send out 100 of these flyers for just sold. And this is the second batch that I sent out because when the home was just listed, I sent out another 100. Now she does something very interesting. She prints on the back. So this is the letter. Let's look at it. Looks like this. And she put in a little bit of data. I think we might actually put that data like the 1 mile radius. That's the high and low, what's been selling. But she also prints on the back so that she can trifold it herself and handwrite the envelopes. And that little red deal there, that looks like it's specific to the street. So it's super, super targeted, right? It's got value for the homeowner. And so she buys a list of people who own homes from, I think it was ListSource or Remind, and she mails that to them. This is one home, 100 pieces of mail that went out just listed, another 100 that went out just sold. She has 8 people calling her to sell their homes this year from that one home and those 200 pieces of mail. I think it has something to do with that style of handwriting and stuff like that. Pat has been a client of ours for probably 10 years. She has been so gracious because people ask, hey, how did you print that on that? How did you print that back end of the letter? Because the front end is from listings to leads. You just download it and print. She actually gave the publisher, whatever this is, it's some kind of file to make that print on the back. If you want to do that, you got publisher on your computer. Find Pat Motley. It's in our mastermind group. She's giving you a really useful resource. Anyway, we've got single property websites. We talked about those earlier because we said, hey, we can get your get pre-approved on the single property websites and the virtual tours and the landing pages and some flyers, right? So let's give it a second. You see right here, this is a totally different agent, different listing, different company. So the ad looks different, but the get pre-approved, it's pointing right over to the lender's card where they can apply now, right? So that's part of, we've got open marketing toolkit. Awesome. Captures lots of leads. Somebody just put in the mastermind group, every time they mail postcards on sold properties, they get a new listing. How in the heck does that happen? If you look at these designs, we've got a URL on the front, and then on the back of every postcard, it says that's going to affect your home value. Go get your free home value. So this one of our clients that's in the mastermind group posted last week, every time they sell a home, they mail a just sold postcard. And every time they mail 100 of these out, they get a new listing. Again, if you get listings for your real estate clients, you're going to have a pretty solid partner. We got sign writers. We even got blog codes for the crazy people that still blog. And we got QR codes for every listing. So there's a ton. It's just a powerhouse of listing marketing. I mentioned earlier that we have PDF guides. And I mentioned, I think, but I just keep talking so much, I can't remember if I said this. For the agents, they have 80 PDF guides, half of them for buyers, half of them for sellers. If they log in, they're going to notice they can run an ad on Instagram, Facebook. They can run an ad on Google if they want. They can share it to their social media. They got an e-flyer they can blast out on their CRM, and they got print flyers and door hang, right? All of these options capture leads, and each agent has 80 different PDF guides. You're co-branded on it. Over here in the social content area, there's a calendar that we're looking at, but when you come here the first time, it's going to say connect your social media accounts, right? You connect your socials, then it's going to say, how often do you want us to post? And then it's going to say, what topics do you want to post, right? There's 50 different topics on this page. This page typically takes a minute to pull up because not only are there 50 topics, there are dozens of articles underneath each topic. So this is a place where you set and forget the kind of content that you want. And let's look at it here. So you can set and forget kitchen design, living rooms, cleaning, spaces for kids, whatever interests you. There's some cool quotes, inspirational stuff. There's even outdoor living. I always like gardening stuff. And there's even real estate memes, fun kind of stuff. You can turn all of this on. You can turn parts of it on. Try to absolutely get every one of your agents to turn this on and make sure that we're auto posting the PDF guides. Remember the 80 that I just mentioned? We will auto post them throughout the year. There'll be a nice colorful picture. There'll be some minimal text, and there'll be a landing page that these people, their followers, can download any of those reports for free as long as they give you their contact information. If you're putting people in here, please make sure you get them to this page, get them to connect all this, and at least get those on, and maybe some of these other, kind of stuff here. Let's see. This is yeah. Okay. And then there's landing pages. And now you don't have to do this, but I think it's good to plant the seed of what's going on, right? Of like part of the value for you of using listings to leads is to strengthen your relationship with realtors. And one of the things that I keep saying is realtors want more listings, right? You're going to help them get buyers. That's where your loan's going to come from. But if you're helping them get listings, they're going to be paying attention to you. You want to ask them when they're in their own account, what is your number one farm market? Where do you want the most listings? And they may say St. Louis. Say, great. Go to the landing page, click that green button, hit Property Valuation Plus, and type in St. Louis and click create landing page. And you know what? That's going to create an instant home value page in their account. And you can just leave it like that and say, hey, you know what? Get a nice picture of St. Louis. That's 2,000 pixels wide. And we'll put it in the back later. Right. But right now, you planted a seed for them that you've got marketing tools. You can run ads on this. You've got print tools, and you can get people to this landing page to help them get more listings. And I think that's going to be important. So you don't need to create all those. You get unlimited landing pages. And so each agent can have multiple different home valuation landing pages because a lot of agents have 4 or 5 or even a dozen farm markets. So do that there. Another thing worth mentioning is client reviews. We create a client review website for every agent, every client. And here are the reviews, right? And for every client, we also put their unique landing pages. And those PDF guides that I mentioned, they're right here. So people could download them right here. If they want to download it, they just got to give you their name and email, right? It's that easy. And then there'll be your pick and there'll be a what is your homework thing at the bottom. If you have reviews, copy this link right here, take it to Facebook, tag your client and thank your clients on Facebook. Because if you tag them, their friends and family and colleagues are all going to see it. And now they're going to know that their friend wrote a review for you. And if they're interested in real estate, they'll probably look at that. You can import reviews from Zillow, Google, and Testimonial Tree. You can also manually add reviews if you got them on other platforms or on Facebook or stuff like that. You can put it there. You can even request a review. So maybe you don't have reviews, but you've helped a client, and you can just send this to them and say, hey, would you mind giving me a review? Right. When they put it here and submit it, it's going to show up on that review website. Okay. So that's a good way of capturing reviews, helping agents capture reviews. And lastly is our ads section. There's an ad page designed for each realtor. Each realtor should connect their own Facebook ad account, and um, they can quickly run ads. And let's just click on it while we're waiting for that to bake. I should close some of these pages. It's slowing down my system here. So from here, we can create a custom landing. No, we can create an ad for a listing. We can create an ad for a landing page and any of those PDF guides, right? So let's do one. And so I mentioned if you got something for sale, this lady has a property for sale in South Carolina. We're going to leave it on lead ads, and we can either have the agent pay for it, which means that leads will go to her, or the lender can pay for it. And then you can make the decision, the leads go to you or to the agent. Like I said, some lenders will actually run the ads themselves, pay it for it themselves, and convert the leads themselves. This is all you have to do. Click the publish button. This is one of the most, I think, exciting parts of the platform, because a lot of people know they can get leads from Facebook. They just don't know how to do it correctly. Right. And so if we use our default settings, every lead comes with a name, email, and phone number. Okay. And so that's a good way to go, no matter what you're doing. If you're doing a landing page ad, if you're doing a PDF guide, if you leave it on lead ads, let's do one here for Greenville, and click create ad. This ad is going to capture name, email, and phone number. And once you do that, you can reach out and say, hey, I see you want your home value. Can I get your address so I can get that ready for you? Then you just drop their address and their email in the home valuation landing page, which looks like that. And boom, we'll spit the information to them. We'll copy you on it, and that will be good to go. Right. And just to explain a little bit, we'll go a little bit in the weeds here. In the mastermind group today, we got a message from a client who was out running an ad. And he says, hey, I ran my first home value ad this year. Mind you, this is our private group, mastermind group. And he said, I've had it for 6 or 7 days, haven't gotten the results I wanted. Can you help me out here? Right. And I could tell from what he's showing us is that he ran a traffic ad. And what that means is when you run a traffic ad, you're dropping them on this page. And what he's saying is I'm getting a lot of addresses, but I'm not getting contact info. And that's what happens on a landing page like this. And I told him, if you want a name, phone number, and email, you got to use our default settings and make it a lead ad, which is what we're doing right here. So all you got to do is type in Greenville so that it targets the right area. Now I'm going to say this, publish. There is more to this than running that. This kind of ad could still underwhelm. And that points us back to how to create a custom audience for Facebook 13 days ago, how to generate. Yeah. So I think Scott did this one, and this is nice because it's 6 minutes long. Boy, you want to know that one cold. You want to know this if you want to target ads to agents as a lender. And you also want to know this or share that particular video with any agent who wants to really build out their farm markets. Because here's the thing, that's going to allow you to target a list of homeowners. You buy a list of homeowners from ListSource. And now you start running ads on what is your home worth in front of those people on Facebook, right? Instead of doing it here, you go down here and let's just say I don't know the names of if he has custom audiences, but if he had one that said Greenville homeowners, it would show up in a blue box right here. And it would target the people on that list. You want to watch this video right here on how to create a custom audience. Okay. And boy, that's awesome. That's 6.5 minutes long, 7 minutes long. I love that. I'm going to be sending that out to a lot of people. You can take that list and you can mail to it as well. You can also take that list if you're an agent and upload it into your constant contact and email them. So imagine you're talking to a realtor and they say, Cincinnati is the place I want to own. Well, go buy the list from ListSource, upload it as a custom audience, run ads in front of them on Facebook and Instagram, email blast the same list with your value of listing with you, and do a mailing. It really, I don't know how you can get much better than that, other than paying for television ads or wearing a sandwich board and walking around the neighborhood, right? That's really what's going to have to happen. So there is a lot here. We covered a lot. I don't know if there are any questions. Please put them in the question chat panel. This call has been recorded and it will be on the top of this list in just a couple of days, if not today or tomorrow. Okay. I forgot to mention, we've actually been logged into one of my clients, one of our lender clients calls named William Pender. And William's been a longtime client and he, I don't know where to find it, but Scott is doing a daily live, like a boot camp of one specific thing per day, right? One topic. Whereas today in this call, we talked about a whole heck of a lot of stuff, right? So the purpose of that boot camp is really, it's like a coaching call to just get agents to understand bit by bit how to unpack listings to lead. And Will, because he wants his agents to really get the value out of this, he's given them the link to join that class. So if I can't find it, which Lord knows my Facebook takes forever sometimes, I'll show you where to find it. It's in the mastermind group, and I'll send it to you on the call here if I can find it. Let's see. We're looking for something for, yeah, I think this is it here. Sorry, guys. Let's see if I can get that. Go to, yeah. So this is in our mastermind. And when you sign up for one time, you're signed up for every class, which occurs at 10 a.m. Pacific, 5 days a week. Each day is a different topic. So I'm going to send this to everybody on the call right now. And what William's doing is he's given this link to all of his agents, and he's got 50 agents in there. And he's, hey, get on this call and we will have our own call. Let's see. I'm sending that out. Did that go to me? I think I sent that out to everybody. If not, you can email me at vince@listings2leads and I'll send that to you. And they're shorter calls. They're not like my hour-long calls that I do here. I go into a lot of content. They're quicker calls. But if people don't have time for that, get them to this page right here, because all the calls are recorded and they can learn bit by bit. I definitely recommend, I'm going to repeat this. There, right there, how to create a Facebook custom audience. It's important for every lender to create an audience on Facebook of the agents they're targeting. It's important for every realtor to build out an audience of every farm market they want. I'm going to look at that myself as soon as I get off the call here. I highly recommend all of our clients look at that, whether you're a lender or a realtor. Thanks for joining me here today, everybody. If you have questions, let our support team know. Thank you for joining me and have a great week and weekend.